Greetings, goddesses. How are y'all doing out there? Hello, hello, hello. I'm back, baby. We'll see if someone shows up, but I'm going to have fun anyway. Hey, welcome to the Goddess Coffee Chat time. Y'all come on in. Get ready to take off, goddesses. Let's do this. We like to have fun. We like to party in this goddess land over here. We like things to be fun. You know what? Life is a roller coaster. It's a trip. So we might as well have a good time. Oh, come on in, goddesses. What's up, still learning? All right, I'll take it down. We'll take the music down a little bit. I don't know why I like that song. I just like it, baby. It's like, I'm in the club. My husband be like, no, that's not what that is, Tyra. Nope, that's not in the club, Tyra. Hello, everyone. I am Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend, and I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. I'm so excited to be here today to talk to you about the astrology, do an oracle reading, and just whatever else comes up that the Great Mother wants us to chat about. So happy to be here today. I know. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to get Instagram going. Let me get Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Yeah, we got to welcome Instagram in here. We got to take the music back up, y'all. We got to welcome Instagram. What's up, Amitola? How are you? Beautiful rising. How are you, Erin? Good to see you. Y'all, it's a great day to be alive. We may as well celebrate. Let's do this. Hey. Instagram, I turned the music back up for you because I forgot to start a live stream for Instagram. What's up, baby? On YouTube, they say get right to it, baby. I'm defying YouTube rules because it's about living and being a human and not caring all the time about algorithms. I want y'all to have fun out there. What's up, Keita May? Hey, Keita May. What's up, Queen? Let me see if anybody's over here on Instagram. They're not there. I did all this for y'all on Instagram, but I love you anyway. Hi, good morning. Oya Yinka. Look like Oya Yinka. I was trying to sing it, but that's a lot of trouble. Chanel, how are you, Queen? Good morning. Good morning. Okay. I'm for real about to put it down. Hey. Greetings, queens. Greetings. We're going to talk astrology. We're going to do an oracle reading. We are here for one another. I am happy to be back. I know I have missed the last 2 weeks from going live. I have made videos, though. I did my best to make up for not going live. Y'all, I want to take a moment to celebrate. I know it's not the full moon at this point, but I'm going to take this moment to celebrate myself because, you know, I'm a solopreneur, so I got to take these moments and I'm going to loop y'all in. I have finished the a.k.a. initiation, or I'm going to call it a a.k.a. circle, because, you know, I had to really let the ladies know, don't tell people you're initiated, because that means something different in EFI world. But y'all, it was really more than 12 weeks, because I was not going to end that program before Mercury or while during Mercury retrograde. So last Tuesday, the first group got their elecades, and woo! I was so excited. And then I've seen some of them wearing their elecades when I've been able to see them on other Zooms that we've been on. Two of the ladies I've seen are here. And then there's another group that I had 2 days. Turned out I needed to do 2 days. So there's a Friday group that will get theirs. And then there's two ladies who are local. Anyone could have come and done it in person, but there are two sisters here who are local. And I was like, we're going to do y'all's in person. So I'll do one on Friday, the ceremony where they receive the elecades. I'll do the other one on Saturday here in Nashville. And so I'm really proud of myself because that was the first time I did it on this big of a scale. I'm kind of proud of myself because one of the was actually the first sister who got her elecades with me 10 years ago. It blew my mind when she was like, yeah, it's been 10 years. I'm like, what? But she was like, oh, I'm looking at what you did with them and I want to go through the elecade circle too. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself for that. I did it. When I say I did it by myself, I wasn't working in conjunction. Usually there's a babalao I've worked with in the past. But this time I was like, you know what? I just got to be a big girl and do it myself. I got to be a big girl priestess. But I'm saying all that to say, to hold a circle, I thought that I would be lucky to have 5 people join. And it turned out to be 11 ladies said, girl, let me in that circle. So I was like, all right, let's do this. So it's like, when I had to do all the readings, I had to do readings for 11 women because with the Ifa, we have to give them their Odu. Then I had to come, find out who is their mother Orisha, who is their father Orisha for 11 ladies. And then I had 2 circles a week that I was running. Plus, I still do one-to-one coaching. I had people booking readings. Um, and then when it was time for the elecades, I had to order the elecades, take all the elecades. I had to create this spiritual bath to consecrate them, and then put them in special little bags with their consecrated cowrie shells. Put them in mailers. Go to the post office. Make sure I have everybody's address. Make sure that there's tracking so everyone gets their elecades. Then I had to do the ceremony, and I just got to the point where I was like, you know what? As I can make a video and post it, but I just didn't have the energy to go live. So that's really why I'm telling you all of this. I've been doing some stuff. I've been doing some stuff. I'm gonna start back at the beginning. Greeting everybody. Good morning, still learning. I thought about you this morning. I have a picture that I'm going to post in the Inspired Goddess group because I tried to let one of those squashes grow really, really big. And it's sitting on this little wire thing that I'm using to try to stop the plant from just taking over the backyard. Girl, that plant, the wire thing enmeshed with my little squash. I had to like slice the squash to actually get it off of that wire thing. But I was trying to see how big it would grow. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. So I thought about you this morning. Good morning. How are you, Omitola? Greetings, Goddess Erin. How are you, Goddess Kita May? Greetings, Goddess Chanel Oyayinka. Let's see here. Driving but tuned in. Natasha, how are you, Goddess? It's so good to see you here. Nivi, how are you? Mississippi sister in the house. Good to see you. I'm back. I'm back, fam. I'm back. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have missed going live. I really, it was like not a question whether I was going to go live today. The Tuesday group for the Alekes, we're done meeting. And so it was like, okay, time to go back live. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate You know what? I'm going to play the applause for myself. Oh, I turned the volume down. Hold on. It's a big deal when a priestess does something like this, or a priest. It's a very big deal. I learned so much. I learned so much. There's a lot that where is this? There's a lot that it's like there's a lot that I know, and I have leaned so much into working with the goddess and being focused on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Being a part or leading this Aleke circle made me more determined to share, about the goddess. And the reason is because um, that we really do need something that leads with the feminine. And though one of the things that I really was able to make peace with within Ifa is it really is built in there that there can be no success in Ifa without the women, without the feminine. There are these energies called the Iyami, and it's kind of like the Iyami. It almost seemed like they stood at the door, like whatever the door is, no matter what the door is, but especially pivotal doors. And it's like you're not walking through this door unless you paying up. You put it right here. You getting ready to make a payment or a deposit to us. They're like they're almost feared because they're so fierce. They have a lot to do with death and destruction. But see, to me, that's what kind of just drives me crazy. It's like, well, why the feminine always got to be? We're fierce. We're fierce. But why can we get some other ways of describing us? Even though in Ifa, to me, when we read the stories, the Patakis, it's just a lot of mess, and it really reflects life, like what it means to be human. Because the Orisha were human, right? Um, but yeah, I really learned a lot, and it made me stronger as a priestess. There's a book I want to tell y'all. Anybody, I cannot stop raving about this book. Anybody who wants to know more about Ifa, maybe you haven't, gone through the Aleke ceremony or received your Alekes or started working with someone officially. This book right here, amazing. Isheshe workbook, spirituality workbook by Dr. Ayele Kumari. Excellent book. This is like a practitioner's guide, especially when you're new. And it's the book when I do future Eleke circles. This is the book that you'll need. So you may as well go ahead and get it and start reading it, because this is the foundation of Ifa, in my opinion. Ifa studies, but it's gonna be the foundation of what I do. Excellent book. So yeah. But yeah, I learned so much, and whoo, yeah. And the ladies who have been in the circle are amazing. I always say I'm so blessed, like with the spiritual aspirant ladies. It's like the salt of the earth people, y'all. I love y'all. All of y'all are representative of these women that I'm talking about. I'm like, these are some amazing women. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you. Hello, Queen Jaimin. Welcome. Hello. Is this Bliss? Unapologetically blessed. I think this is Bliss. How are you, Bliss? Thank you. Yes. Congratulations. Hello, chaotic entrepreneur. I think this is Megan. That sounds like a lot, but what a beautiful reason to be overwhelmed to have so many women learning from you. Yes. Hey, y'all. If y'all are in business, you have some type of spiritual business. Follow the chaotic entrepreneur. Megan is one of my friends, one of my business besties. We're both in Faith's mastermind. We've been there for years. She got there before me, but she does share quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I shared some of I was a part of one of her, was it a bundle? No, it was a summit. So if you want to definitely follow the chaotic entrepreneur, she talks about all things spiritual, witchy. It's about having a business that's not so capitalistic and where we're being more just human to human. That's how I like to say it. So I just want to give Megan a plug. On a live day. Hi, Felicia. How are you? Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. See, that's why I tell you stuff. That's right. This thing is a super squash. Just wait. I'll post it there for you to see. Good to see everybody. Oh, good to see you all. Thank you. I appreciate you because women like you answered. I'm here where I am today, a stronger priestess. And it really does speak to when you decide you're going to do something. Sometimes I'm not going to lie, we don't know what we're getting into, but I think there is a what do you call it? It's almost like the universe is like, well, we got to make her not know exactly what she's getting into, or she's not going to do it. But I will say, I feel like I needed to get to 55 or mid 50s. I feel like I needed to get to this place. I've been a priestess almost 20 years? Yeah, almost 20 years. Next year be 20 years that went through my SFM priestess initiation. And it's 11 years since I've been initiated as a priestess of Yemonja. But I was still raising my kids, and this is not something that we were raised up with. Being a priestess, the goddess, Ifa, none of this. And it's like, I need to do my own work. I remember my teacher, Iya Oshinike, saying, hey, heal or heal thyself. You got to work on you first. And so it really feels like I am now at that place. My children are adults, and I'm more mature, and I feel stronger. It's just really incredible. But at some point, y'all, we all have to make a choice and a decision to do something that feels difficult and challenging. But we have to be willing to see it through to the end. I would be at nights like, "Oh my gosh." And I know the lucky ladies are like, "What?" But there were so many days when I was like, "Do I know what I'm doing? Do I know enough? Oh my gosh," you know? And, I had to call my big brother, Awo, and, he would be like, "Girl, you fine. You fine. Stop. Chill out." You know? Typically, I'm on his case, but I was like, "Ooh, this is different." He's on my case, like, "Shh, stop. Go back to work." Um, but yeah, on the other side, I finally caught my stride, and I was like, "I got this. I got this." Plus, it's easy to feel like you got it when you have incredible women working, that are there like, "Girl, this is so good, and I'm learning so much," and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. I love y'all. Good morning. How are you, Latanya? Mystic Storm. We gotta wait. We gotta wait to see what your name's gonna be. You're so welcome, Queen. That's how we do it here. Hey, each one reach one. All right. Keep it in the queendom. Thank you. Oh, oh, wow. But my best friend, after growing my hair out for almost 6 years, I shaved it all off again. I'm shorn again, and it feels great. Welcome back. I mean, I don't know if you're bald, but yeah, come on back to the teeny weeny little hair community. That's beautiful. For me, cutting off my hair is liberating. My younger brother and I were talking about the power of hair. So, wow. Hello, how are you? Manuka Tarot, Benedicion, how are you? I feel like that's where I am, a healer, healing self first. Exactly. Enough to be confident in my healing abilities. I need to have consistency. So just stay consistent in your work on yourself. That's the number one thing. Okay. What are y'all drinking? I'm drinking out of my Yemoja cup this morning. And honestly, y'all, I have made a decision that I am going to start doing more to support women who want creative businesses as well as spiritual businesses, because they're pretty much creatives and spiritual ladies, healers, that kind of thing. Pretty much the same energy. We just want to do our art form, right? But if you're gonna have a business, you've got to be a businesswoman. That's one of the first things you're gonna have to buy into. You have to be a businesswoman. And and so there's ways. That's why I was like, hey, make sure that y'all follow the chaotic entrepreneur, because there are ways to do business in a in a way where it's like, no, I'm a certified businesswoman. I got business strategy. I know there's things that I'm gonna have to do that are very practical, but also where you feel like you never compromise your values, and you can keep yourself aligned, and you are able to actually make money doing your art form or doing your healing work. So I'm gonna start doing more of that because I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Who else? Azizi, how are you, Ayodele? How are you? Azizi was in the second group of people who got their luck gaze with me. So thank you. So y'all, I'm gonna put this on because I said I was gonna tell y'all. If y'all want, no pressure. Uh, 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 uh. Y'all know I'm not the best with makeup or fashion. Mm. Okay, so this lipstick right here, I'm going to show y'all this really quickly. So thank you, Azizi, for saying that, because it made me remember I wanted to tell y'all about something. My nonprofit, where are we? Oh, there we go. My nonprofit, this is the Global Education Center. I have worked here for 15 years as a dancer. You can see me. I don't know if y'all can really see. There I am in my Peruvian attire when I was still performing. I decided I wanted to hold a fundraiser because we've lost all the federal funding, money gone, evaporated, whoosh. So, in order for us to survive, we got to find new ways of making money. And so, this is what is called my Lip Revolt fundraiser, because I found this fundraiser through another Spelman sister, because of Spelman grad or alumna chapter is really what it is. They were raising money for their grad chapter, and so I was like, what, lipstick and made by a Spelman sister? She graduated from Spelman 2005, if I remember correctly. Courtney Wright is her name. But we have all of these different lipsticks that you can buy. I really don't know which one I bought because there's no Spelman Lane anymore, but she has the reds, the plums, and the oranges, and the browns, or whatever you want to call it. But these lipsticks will support, um we get 40% of the money that is sold. If you don't wear lipstick and you want more like lip gloss, they do have that. And the colors are largely the same, so just double check what color you're buying. But it's the packaging that changes, because this is part of her business model, doing fundraising. And this is Jack and Jill packaging, and of course this is the Spelman College packaging. So I just said, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all that this is here, and if y'all want, y'all can make a purchase. No pressure. And now you know of a beauty brand that is by a Black woman. All lipstick, nothing else, all lipstick. But it is a beauty brand made by a Black woman. So just wanted to share that. And today is my 31st wedding anniversary also. Chai tea for the mom of the new high schooler, coffee, green tea, decaf coffee, coffee earlier, water now. My business is a combination. Honestly, I feel that way, which is why I said I want to help creatives. I feel that way because I'm a creative. I'm such a creative. Drinking water, awesome. Thank you so much for the permission slip to heal ourselves. I've always been made to feel selfish for doing personal work. Your energy itself is so healing to be around. Oh, thank you. We'll have to meet in person one day, won't we, Megan? Megan, let's see here. I entered into the mastermind in May of 2021. So yeah, Megan and I have been kicking it since then. So over 4 years. But yes, healer, heal thyself. That's the number one thing that we need to do. And I'm going to tell you something, Megan, because you do work that's similar to me. This last initiation that I just did, it made me realize that the only work for me to do in order for me to actually be effective at what I do is I have to take care of me. And so, thankfully, prior to working with these ladies, I always have a spiritual practice. Like that's what I teach here. I teach have a spiritual practice day in and day out. And part of the spiritual practice includes things like what we call self-care, like exercising and drinking enough water and what are you eating and that kind of thing, going to therapy, getting massages, you know, being in going to, get healing done to you and all of that. It all counts to me. Spirituality and self-care is one and the same thing. But yeah, we want to do our rituals and work with the moon and do our spiritual studies and that kind of thing. And thankfully, I was doing that prior to because it made me strong. It made me, at times when I was kind of doubting myself, like the main thing for me with this was this is some people say 6,000-year-old tradition, others say 10,000 years old. That's a long time. I'm like, oh my God. There are so many people who are renowned in the work that they do. I remember I used to hear people tell me, "Yes, I'm working with this renowned Baba." The men are the ones who in the past were like considered more of the leaders, even though there've been some standout women. It's always this renowned Baba. All the works that we're studying, Babas, the Babalaos, right? But even the women, we think about Yeye Tish, for those who know who she is. It's like, oh, Iyanla Van Zant. Everyone knows Iyanla for the most part. And I just started feeling, I remember one day I was like, I think I know what's wrong with me. I have performance anxiety. I was like, I don't know if I can live up to all these people. Everyone else has done such a good job, you know? If I had not done my own work, I would have crumbled. I would have crumbled. And I think when I was younger, I realized I can't in my mind, I cannot compete. And it's not about competing with them, but when in this tradition, it's like you just look up to people. It's like we're just in awe because they're just so beloved, for the most part. And so um I just started thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can be like this person or that person, or like, do I know as much as them, or da 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 da. um but then, I just began to think about these ladies signed up for me. Anyone could have gone to work with Iyanla. She got folks working with her right now. They chose to work with me. But it took me doing my own work. And this is why this is so important. Because y'all, look, when it is time, when your moment shows up and it is time for you to step on that stage. We're in Leo season right now. What is Leo season? You're willing to stand on a big stage and be spotlighted. When that moment shows up, if you have not taken care of yourself, you'll feel like I can't handle the spotlight. I have been there where, and we even talked about this in this one Odu called Agbe. There sometimes it'll feel so bright. The light will be so great. The opportunity will be so illuminated and it will be your moment. And if you have not taken care of yourself, if you do not do your own spiritual work, you might feel blinded by it. I like to tell the story about when I was helping the CEO of this one company that was all about these, women's circles, helping women learn how to have a women's circle. And I was just helping her by being tech for her launch. I was running the Zoom room. I was helping it was like more of logistical stuff. I was helping with that. I was new. I didn't know anything. I wasn't a trainer at the time, nothing. And the launch went well. It was like 600 women on Zoom at that moment. And Tanya says, "Hey y'all, let's get, honor Tyra. She's been running the Zoom room." And she spotlighted me. This is on Zoom. I'm just on a little square, right? My face just got highlighted instead of me seeing all the little boxes of everyone who was there. And you would have thought that light came out of my computer and just spotlighted me, like showing on me. And I am not a shy person. I used to want to be an actress when I was a little girl, to be honest with you. I'm here for center stage. I'm here for it. But in that moment, it was such an upgrade and an up level all of a sudden. Because the next step for me past that was I became a trainer. I just didn't know if I didn't know if I could handle it. And after we got off, I took a blanket and just wrapped it around me and just sat there like, oh my God, that was like so much. But I had done my work. And I was just like, you know what? You spotlight me, baby. I'm here for it. Even though my knees are knocking and I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. That's exactly how I felt there. Oh my God. You know, I didn't know it was gonna happen this fast. Oh my God, because that was September, and maybe it was like within a few weeks, I was on trainer track, like just thrown into it because I was like, girl, you don't have no women of color. This thing is looking real suspicious. It's looking sus. She was like, "You're it. Let's go." I was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know it was gonna happen so fast." But I had done my work and studied my astrology. That's another thing. Me and astrology, baby. I knew that it was a moment where I might have this quick upgrade. And I was like, you know what? It feels uncomfortable as crap. I'm gonna do a little tapping. I'm gonna work my energy, and we're gonna do this thing. Always, always do your work. We're at a time that is pivotal. We have so much change. Y'all, be ready. Be ready. All right. All right. Do you do business consulting or know people who do? Yes, I do. Who works with the disabled. Now, I don't know what you mean by who works with the disabled. So let me know what you mean by that. I will say the chaotic entrepreneur is very good with working with people who I'm not saying this is disabled because I don't see ADHD as a disability. If it is, y'all let me know. But I just see it as people's brains work differently. But I know that she knows about ADHD, autism, that kind of thing, and working with entrepreneurs whose brains are like that. So, but otherwise, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, send me the question. Send me the question. Thank you. Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks that we've lost all this funding. But what I will say is I think most nonprofits need to learn how to stand on their own 2 feet a little bit more, and not be so attached to, especially government funding. What do you call it? Philanthropic type of funding can be good, but the funding from the government is just, it's fleeting, is how I see it. There we go. I'm glad she said something. Yes. Yes. You said it before. I got there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, Just Bliss look, I'm saying Just Bliss. That's what her name used to be. Uh, Also works with disabled people. Mm. I can get that to you, Megan. I can send you how to get into Mighty Networks, or maybe you have a email address that you could send. Still learning. Okay. Uh, Woo! I don't know. I'm not putting myself with Tisha and Iyanla, but thank you, Aziz. Y'all hyping me up. Imposter syndrome is real. Let me tell you something. I did definitely deal with imposter syndrome because I was like, This is a 6,000-year-old tradition that's not even really fully it's like there's not like been this book where it's like this is the definitive guide to E5. No, but I will tell y'all this. This sister right here, I said, finally somebody did it. No disrespect to the men's out there, but it took a woman to do. That book is excellent. Okay. Okay. Yep. Imposter syndrome is, if you see it for what it really is, it's just letting you know I'm out of my comfort zone. That's what I came down to. I was like, I'm just out of my comfort zone. Just out of my comfort zone. Okay, y'all. So let's go on ahead and let's look at the astrology, which we don't have a super busy week this week. We do not. Grateful because 2025 is a vibe. That's what I'm gonna call it. 2025, a vibe. Um, I feel like this is one of the few weeks that feels sort of like, okay, we get to take a little bit of a break. So I want y'all to enjoy it. I'm gonna come back to this. Well, it's Wednesday, so I can move on. I'll start here on Wednesday the 20th. So we have the sun going in Virgo. Okay. Now we've had Mars there, but now the sun is going into Virgo. And I don't know I don't know what it is, but I feel like my inner Virgo has been unleashed already. Now I'm going to tell y'all something because I thought, you know what? I need to let the sisters know. I want y'all to look at this date right here, 2025, September 7th, 15 degrees Pisces. All right. Then we're going to have 2025, September 21st, eclipse, 29 of Virgo. So there's a reason I'm feeling this heightened Virgo energy. Where was I? This heightened Virgo energy. And that is because this eclipse energy is already kicking in. Okay. We are already feeling this eclipse energy. So Virgo is all about your habits, your day-to-day routines, lifestyle. It's like how you live your life, the systemization of your life. And those are things that we want to be looking at. Okay. And the eclipse, what's the eclipse about? That's this little thing right here. The eclipse is about, it is so important for you to release with this part of the eclipse. What habit do you need to release and let go of? Another thing that I think a lot of people deal with this Virgo energy is clutter. So what clutter do you need to release and let go of? It was just so funny. I was like, oh, I need to go to bed. This was last night. And all of a sudden, I just wanted to start clearing stuff off my computer. I was like, delete this and delete that. I don't need this. It's like I have so much digital clutter. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. Hold on, I'm going to write this down. I need to remind everybody, make posts about clearing clutter and releasing bad habits. So I'm going to remind us, really, we're doing this over the next year easily. But that's one of the things that we need to be thinking about. It's like purge, release, let go, because that part of the eclipse is like, hey, you don't need to be taking this with you. Every 18, 19 years, I'm going to come through and we're going to purge and release in this Virgo house. So what needs to be released and let go of in terms of clutter? What needs to be released and let go of in terms of habits. But let me tell y'all something. A habit is something that you'll need to be thinking about. How am I going to release and let this thing go? Through the subconscious mind. Even some of the clutter is really a subconscious thing. So, and the reason I'm bringing up subconscious is because we have what is the part of the eclipse in Pisces is the North Node. And so it's over here in Pisces, which is the subconscious mind. And that is taking us in a whole new direction. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to let go of this bad habit. I'm going to let go of, you know, things that I'm doing that's not helpful to my health and well-being, because Virgo has to do with that. And part of the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to work through this subconscious mind and implant. I'm going to release what's there, and I'm going to allow myself to implant something new. So it's really in the subconscious mind. But part of the way we get it there is Virgo. So with Virgo, it's like you got to do it every day, over and over and over and over. It's all the routines. Okay. So I want y'all to be thinking about that. I do want y'all to know that I have uploaded in my membership, the Soul Alchemy membership, which is all about supporting you goddesses. There's a link in the description box, but I put the new moon class there already. So you can have access to the entire, description that I put out about working with this Virgo moon. And, this, let me tell you, this Virgo new moon is easy. All right. Y'all take easy, take it. Do something with this new moon. I don't care if all you do is revisit your New Year's intentions and you light a candle while you're doing it and you just sit and you're quiet. That's enough. All right. We like to keep things simple over here. We don't like all that complex stuff. Please, I beg of you, queens, use this moon. And see, Virgo, this is the thing about Virgo. You are not going to achieve anything without Virgo. It's one of the reasons I just said, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to start doing what I need to do to help creatives and spiritual people understand, people, healers and spiritual practitioners understand how to have a business. It is not going to happen without Virgo. Virgo is practical, is keeping up with lists of things to do. If you don't have a list of things to do in your business, nothing will get done. Oh, I just have it up here. Nope. You gotta get it out on a piece of paper, put it into some, app, some note app, write it down. All right. I notice when I sit down, okay, here's something I want to tell y'all, because this is not about business. This is about life. At night, write down what you need to do the next day. If you don't know what you need to do the next day, you sit like me, because that's typically me. I'm like, I don't know. My head is just so full of everything. Okay, I'm going to sit and I'm going to think super hard if I could think of anything that I need to get done tomorrow. Oh, okay. And so I did that last night, wrote it down. I noticed when I did this the night before, sometimes I might glance at it. Maybe I don't glance at it. But because I wrote it down the night before, boom, subconscious mind. Got in my subconscious mind. I was like, I got so much. Check, check, check. All right. In order for us to be successful, we need health and well-being. That's what Virgo is about. Okay. In order for us to, something that I described was, it's like, if I need to get stuff done and I'm so disorganized, because that's Virgo. Virgo's like, you got to get this thing organized in here. Virgo knows exactly. I love Virgo so much. They just that's their art form. They can look at a thing and they're like, oh, we need this container system or this thing right here. Or if it's something online, you can, create, these tabs. And I'm like, oh my God, as a Pisces, this is amazing. I would never come up with anything like this. I love Virgos because I could be so loosey goosey, but I'm so much better creatively and spiritually when I work with this earthy energy that's about structure and containing things, okay? So we're not gonna succeed in life in general without Virgo. Please, new moon on Saturday, Virgo, 0 degrees, 0. Why am I making such a big deal out of 0? Well, because that's like new beginnings. 0 is the first degree when we are going into a sign. 0 goes in when that planet goes in, 0. The sun is on 0, moon comes in 0. New moon, 0 degrees. Oh my gosh, so much energy of new beginnings. And it's earth. So earth can make things manifest. Work with this moon. It doesn't have a lot that's going to be interacting with it. Let me see here. I probably should just, what day is that? Oh, okay. We don't have to further go. So on the day of the full moon, um, there's nothing interacting with this moon in terms of planets. No planets whatsoever interacting with this moon. It's just a pure new moon. Easy, easy. New beginnings. Okay. So do I have y'all? Have I convinced y'all to really work with this new moon? Yes, Virgo season. Azizi is a Virgo. Yes, it's Virgo season. Yes, Azizi. She's talking about this book, this Isheshe book. Okay. 2025 is like that kid that keeps you on your toes and praying. Baby, you said a word. You said a word. Oh, yay, that's right. I attract Virgos, y'all. So, for all the Virgos here, I attract Virgos. What can I say? Y'all know I need you. Happy early birthday to you. You're already in that cleanup mode. Clean up, clean out. I heard. How's my nephew doing? I've literally released a lot. Car, new place because I couldn't afford any longer and it didn't bother me like I thought. I love that, Natasha. And I'm sure you feel like pressure is on. I made my own traveler's journal. I love that. 4 sections inside, various things. The thing is not only for organizing my life in small and significant ways, but it's allowing me to just release a lot. That is awesome, Virgo queen. Oh, okay, that's it. Organization season, exactly. Exactly. Go Virgo, go Virgo, go, go, go. Working with the new moon is perfect. I'm not camping this week. Oh, no, I'm going camping this weekend. Awesome, Azizi. You know what? That is so perfect. That is so perfect for the new moon. Enjoy. Let's see here. Yes. Dark night energy, Felicia. Glad to hear this. Oh, okay. I'm glad to hear he's going to be back to football. That's so good. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to keep moving forward. So we have this new moon. We're going into Virgo season on the 22nd. We have a new moon. Y'all, on the 22nd is my father's 84th birthday. He is fully recovered. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Still staying with my older brother and sometimes not using his walker, brain back online. He's doing great. 84. That's a gift to get to your 84th year. That means you've made it to your Uranus return. I should bring up his chart. I'm going to bring up my dad's chart. I just want to show y'all because it's not every day you get to see this. Yes, my dad's name is Money. He used to like saying, spell it like you spend it. 1941, 3 a.m. Can you believe I know my dad's time of birth? Okay, so I'm going to show you something, y'all. Because not everybody gets this. So these are the transits in the sky. My dad is a Cancer rising, baby. Look at that. He is a double Leo. Oh, right here. So here's his Uranus at 0 degrees. And here's Uranus. What's that one at this point? Where's Uranus? Yeah, it's at 1 degree. But yeah, right around the time he was getting close to that Uranus return is when we had all that stuff going on. But yeah, my father made it to his Uranus return. That Uranus had to travel all the way around through all of these signs. And it took 84 years for it to do it. So that's how you get to a Uranus return. 84 years. More and more, old people are getting there, at least in the United States. I don't know about everywhere, but, because of medical care and that kind of thing. And then you see here Pluto is also there in this group that has Pluto in Leo. They got sticking and staying power, y'all, okay? The boomers. That's who that is. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Okay. So we start getting a little jiggy right after that new moon because we're going to have the sun square Uranus. Why is the sun squaring Uranus? Because the sun is right here in Virgo, which is a mutable sign, and Uranus is over here at 1 degree of Gemini, which is a mutable sign. So essentially what that can do is it can truly throw some stuff off. So y'all, you need to be flexible. Mutable is about being flexible. And if it feels like, well, so and so was supposed to arrive at this time, or my flight, my train, or whatever was supposed to leave at this time, and things are a little bit off, that is absolutely something that could potentially happen. Travel could be impacted at that time. It's like something unexpected happens, and it doesn't matter if you're traveling. It just something could throw off the routine. Like you thought it was going to be one way, but it kind of get thrown off. We're going to have that energy in this new moon too. But mutability, it could be something that needs to be spoken. Maybe we didn't think everything through, and this combination is going to bring something up where it's like, ooh, I didn't think about that. And because this thing happened, it brought it to light. It made me realize this thing might be off a little bit. You could get like some type of insight or breakthrough, like this eureka moment type of situation. Maybe even a problem that you've been trying to solve. Now, this thing can feel like it's short-circuiting our minds a little bit, y'all. So you want to do a lot of breath work, and just really take care of yourself during this time. Your mental well-being will be needed. But whenever the sun and Uranus get together, it can give you a lot of energy to get some things done. Maybe check off your to-do list. Maybe it's sort of like maybe you've been stuck and you couldn't get something done, and all of a sudden you'll be a busy bee. This is busy bee type energy. So I want y'all to use it that way as best you can. But remember, you have to be flexible. And maybe the last little bit is that you can improve something. You can upgrade something. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, it could. I don't know about the communication. Something about the lines of communication. Yeah. With the health and well-being, it could be. I mean, it could for sure be something about health. Maybe something with the lungs, or I don't know. You just feel like you just need to go walking or something. I don't know. Okay. So Venus is going to go into Leo on August 25th. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That will be fun, y'all. Let's see here. When is Mercury moving? So we'll have Venus and Mercury in Leo until September the 2nd. So that still brings in that fun factor. Venus and Mercury are both social planets. Mercury rules Gemini, which has to do with like siblings and friends and, your local community. And Venus is more of like love relationships, one-to-one. Oh, it could help with romance for some people. It might bring up a little romance for some of y'all out there because Leo is romantic. Okay. But Leo is also fun. So, for that last week of August into the first couple of days of September, we could feel like, yeah, I know we're kind of like in back to school mode, but I just want to have fun. I want to go do things that are enjoyable. It could feel like we want to be super creative, childlike. Leo brings this energy of fun, but it's a boss energy also. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. So maybe you'll feel yourself connecting. This might be a week where none of us are experiencing any imposter syndrome. I don't know about that, but it really can bring this energy of confidence. And I'm a boss, I'm a leader. And also fashion. While Venus is a very fashionable planet, Leo is a fashionable sign. So, maybe we'll want to be more fashionable. Now, maybe we're going to be fashionable in a Virgo kind of way. Maybe, since the sun is in Virgo. Or a little bit of a mix of Virgo and Leo. So Virgo is going to have the earth tones, but Leo is going to, Virgo can be a little bit modest, but not Leo. Leo's like, we need big and bodacious. Yeah, we can have on those earth tones, but we need big bodacious earth tones and styles. And where's the makeup, right? So Venus and Leo, I like it personally. I like it. It's really sort of like this energy of, hey, sis, focus on you. Okay. So Venus is going to trine Saturn as soon as she goes into Leo. And that helps to bring about this energy of groundedness, but it's fire energy. So it's kind of like grounded action. We're not just doing anything willy-nilly with Saturn. Saturn is like, no, we need a plan. So maybe you'll take some action, but you feel grounded in it. It feels focused and directed, right? This is energy that can help you with money. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm getting ready to start this business, or you just see some type of opportunity to make money, and you'll even kind of feel like the money is flowing. Saturn is a planet that has to do with a plan and success. So maybe you're going to feel successful. It's a elder. So maybe there's some energy around working with someone who's more mature, older, more experienced, a master teacher or something like that. That it's like the opportunity of a lifetime, right? I would love that to happen. I have no idea what that is, but yeah, I like that. Um, let's see here. What else do I want to tell you all? Venus in with Saturn. It's this energy that has to do with karma, but maybe it'll be some good karma that's happening. So yeah, this is a very Venusian week because on the 26th, we're going to have Venus sextile Uranus trine Neptune. So that brings in, this is outer planet. So I'm going to tell y'all something. This last week of August, especially, yeah, just the whole last week. Woo! That's gonna be a very busy week socially. I don't know what's going on in the world most of the time. I'm doing my best not to watch too much news here in the United States, but this could be anywhere in the world. And a lot of it looks good. There are some that are a little bit challenging, but it's this Venus energy. She's bringing some really good energy. She has to do with diplomacy and harmony and balance. So, and she's attorneys. I know that she's been doing a lot with attorneys. So something is going to be unfolding on the collective scene. Some of it will be unexpected because I see 3 Uranus interactions, the sun with Uranus, Venus with Uranus, and then Uranus with Neptune. Whoa. Woo! That just shook me. Y'all, yeah, that could change something in nature. I mean, that is a sextile. Woo, thank you. Okay. So yeah, that could bring up something going on in nature with water. We'll see it with water and wind in some kind of way. But um I just think that next week is a week where could potentially be a lot of miracles, something happening unexpected. Some of it will be stressful. Venus with Pluto is kind of like this power struggle that some of us may find. It could be with women, women's empowerment or something like that. Um, but again, Venus is like the attorney. And so, maybe it's like a legal battle or something like that. But definitely this energy around being social and connection. Venus is a benefic planet, so it's like these blessings that are coming your way. But y'all, with Venus, it's kind of like you have to be willing. Venus is taking 2 steps to you. If there's 2 steps you need to take towards Venus, then it's important for you to take those 2 steps towards her. Sometimes opportunities come and they show up, they're just right here in our face. But if we do not grab the opportunity, if we do not do something to possess it, then it walks on by, as the old song used to say, walk on by. Okay, so I like this. I just do. As an astrologer, I like this. I'm a little nervous, but I've learned I get nervous about astrology and then it plays out a little differently than what I thought. Um, so yeah, is there anything else I want to show you? I think that's it. Hold on, let me see here before we move forward, just in case anybody has a question about. Yay, you feel free. Yes, thank you. Yes, Papa is 84. Oh, I have to show him all the happy birthdays from y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. We all are in awe. We all are in awe. Yay! Feeling more confident this week. That's awesome. And your Venus is in Leo. So I don't know what degree it is, but as your Venus, when Venus goes into Leo, Azizi, you're having what is called a Venus return. So a Venus return is when Venus in the sky, let's say someone has a Venus that's at 27 degrees of Cancer. If their Venus is with this Venus today being at 27 degrees of Cancer, that's called a Venus return. And so when you have a Venus return, you want to spend at least a week, but I like doing about 2 weeks, where you are Azizi, do you know what degree your Venus is on? Tell me your degree. Or let me know if I can look it up here and I'll show you. But when it returns to that place, then what you want to do is like having a birthday. It's like having a new year because Venus dictates money, love, relationships, really manifestation. She helps us to manifest. Then you want to do everything you can to do all the things that you want to happen over about the next 15 months. What do you want to happen? And you want to control it as much as possible. And so things that I like to tell people to do is like when it comes to love, if you are in a relationship, you want to do something special with your partner. And like go out to dinner or do a date, have sex, cuddle, anything that brings in that connection. Like, what is it that you want to get imprinted on your relationship? If you are not in a relationship and you want one, then I always say, well, the thing you want to do is you don't necessarily have to be on a real date, but you definitely want to do something with a male, not a brother or, a relative or somebody who feels like a brother. This needs to be somebody who is like a friend, and that person is just holding the position for that person who, the one that you're calling to you. Or maybe you go out on a certified bona fide date, but this, don't be serious about it. Just, it's you dates. You want more dates? Be on a date within that 2-week period. Um, Focus on your money in some kind of way. Like for me, when I'm at my Venus return, I always like to know, or I always like somebody to like book a reading or something like that. I don't even need it to be big, right? Just some type of way I have made a sale of some sort. And because that's what I want, I need to imprint that on my business. This is one of my business hacks. I use Venus return. Um, when it comes to your appearance, during Venus return, you want to dress up, put on, more makeup if you don't typically wear makeup like me. Uh, be mindful of how you're dressed, and you want to look good. And go exercise or do something for your health and well-being, because she does have to do with that. And you really want to kind of manage your emotions a little bit too, and just maybe even dream, revisit your vision board and your goals for the year, and watch romantic movies, or look at things like go visit a house that is like the one you want to move in. It's like doing all these things where it's all that you desire, because that's what Venus has to do with, and you want to imprint it. I learned from one of my astrology teachers, if you don't take control of that Venus return, then whatever happens during that time, if it's negative, that too gets imprinted. And I've had negative things happen during my Venus return. And I'm like, why me? Why me? But they are, we'll get through it if it gets a negative imprint. And I don't even remember. That's how much it was like, it's all right. It's all good. Okay. Yay, Azizi. Happy birthday, Azizi. Happy birthday. 828. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, I haven't gotten that far. Okay, 828. I'm going to take this down, actually. Hi, Veronica. How are you, Queen? On Yemi, I think it's Veronica. On Yemi. I'm praying Yemanjai keeps hurricanes away from the coast this way. Oh, yes, that's right. The hurricanes are out. I've been seeing a few stories about that. So, yes, Olokun, keep them at bay. Keep them at bay. Keep them at bay. All right. Oh, thank you, Kita May. Thank you. Okay, Zizi said I can look up her chart. So I'm going to pull up a Zizi so I can show y'all. Let me see here. Where's my dad's? Okay. His Venus is in Libra. See, my dad always got to be booed up. My mama told my older brother, your dad will never be single. And sure enough, he was dating right after she passed. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Ona Yemi. Okay, I'm doing good, y'all. I'm doing good. Okay, so let's see here. Azizi's is at 16 of Venus. So hers is actually right in the middle. So as soon as Venus goes in Leo, you can begin to, and this is why I like doing it over a week or two. That way I don't have to do everything like on one day. Just every day do a little bit, okay? And of all the things that I talked about when it comes to love and relationships. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something else that I do with Venus. I love being surrounded by, powerful, successful women, uh, you know, women who are like me. We have the same values and similar spirituality, because then I get to be free and be who I am. And I always like it when my Venus return lands at a time. Like I remember one time, me and my friend went to this amazing restaurant in Nashville, and we just had the best conversation, and the food was amazing. It was just a great time, and I was like, yes, Venus return. I love hanging out with at least one lady, because then that means I'm calling in more women like that into my life over the next 15 months or so. So Azizi is at 16. Is that it, Azizi? Yeah. So let me show you how this works, y'all. How this works. Venus. Okay, it's going to be at 16 on September the 8th. So from August 25th to, I would even go a little bit beyond it, even to September the 10th. That would be a time that I would be doing Venus return type of stuff. Full stop. All right. When I do readings for people, if your Venus return is imminent, I let you know so that you can do that kind of thing. So y'all book a reading with me. Book a reading. Oh yes, happy birthday. Oh, your parents' anniversary. Yes, happy. Okay. So let's see here. Where? Let me do this one. I'm going to pull from my Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. Let's see what we get, because it's always so interesting to see the similarities. Okay. 1, 2, and I'm putting them face down. 3. Oh, interesting. This one is called the Desire card. It's very similar to this Venus energy that we're talking about. Actually has to do with the energy of Cancer, which is where Venus is right now, actually. Moon in Cancer is what it's likened to for. This is a watery card. So this is for this week, y'all. This sensuous woman knows her desires and how to bring them to her. Her full emotions are in concert with the changes of the moon, comfortable in her being with the ebb and flow of life. Now, that's something I think is very important, that we learn to be comfortable. You know, we talked about that adaptability. First of all, the moon is adaptable. This card has to do with the moon. And I talked about that Virgo and Gemini energy, adaptable. And there is going to be the ebb, period, full stop. And it is purposeful. And all we have to say is, you know, I may not like it. We need to do things to keep our nervous system calm. But I know it is purposeful. Okay. So that's one thing I think is important. She encourages you to trust your heart's desire and to receive the pearl of wisdom that is hidden there. This is another one that's good for this new moon that's coming up. Trust your desires, queens. Trust your desires. This is the time to draw to you what you truly desire, to own your power and receive ultimate fulfillment. Know that your heart's longing is yours for the asking, and that the intensity of your desire will bring it to you. I need to underline that to remind myself, because I need to tell y'all something. So, yes, the intensity of the desire will bring it to you. I think it's important for us to always be open to the possibility that we can attract to us what we desire. I think for whatever reason, a lot of us don't really believe that we can have everything that we want. And we might feel like we have proof that it's true. Okay. But what's it gonna hurt to believe? Just say, well, you know what? I'm open to believing. It is possible. I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm not gonna Yesterday I was saying something, and it was like I was just, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I mean, it's just like, look at this. And I was like, oh, you gonna speak negativity into your life like that, Tyra? Really? I was like, I am negative spell casting myself. I will not. Don't negative spell cast yourself. Okay. Let me tell you about this intensity. Sometimes the intensity of the desire is actually based in fear. We want it so badly that it almost is counteractive to attracting it to us. part of the attraction piece is in my mind. I have it, and I'm just thinking about it makes me happy. Just the thought of it makes me excited. And if I don't manifest it in human form, or in the physical form, I should say, then it's neither here nor there. So we can have that intensity, but don't be so attached that you feel like it's the end of the world if you don't get this thing. Okay. Um, so yeah. Ooh, I was hoping I was gonna pull this card so badly. So badly. Oh my gosh. This is the Yemaya card. Now, why am I excited about this card? Because this is the Virgo card. Yes, she's Virgo. And I know I always say, Yemaya is Virgo? Just wait and see. It's going to blow your mind. They call this a Brazilian Caribbean goddess, but we know she's from Yoruba land in West Africa. She's the goddess of intuition and prophecy, ruler of the seas and lakes, and the mother of all. She is the ultimate female power, the soother of heart's troubles, carrying deep, unknowable power. She is contemplation and divine introspection. And as Virgo, complete and whole unto herself. She sits firmly grounded in the seas of the earth. See, that's why she's Virgo. She's the water that is held by the earth. Okay. The waters of psychic knowing provide her with a constant inspiration and illumination from her core. This is radiance and divine connection. Um, this radiance and divine connection are her gifts to all. This ocean goddess is the wise prophet who shows you through her glowing example to go within and find your connection with the mother, your true nourishment. See, this is almost like Pisces and Virgo in one card. People do not understand. I know Virgos are looked at as like, oh, they're so nitpicky and critical, but they are healing. It's like mama energy. Very, very healing. Through and your true nourishment. See, that's what Virgo wants for everybody. Virgo just wants everybody to be nourished. Through the spiritual discipline of taking time daily to be alone and apart from the busy world, you illuminate the bridge to source in yourself and shine the light for others. This is where the gifts of prophecy and intuitive ability are nurtured and expanded. You got to set that time, be alone, have those spiritual practices. And this is where that intuitive connection is just so apparent, because it's always there. But is it apparent all the time? So this is literally the Virgo card, y'all. This is going to be a great new moon. This is going to be a great new moon. I can't wait. Let's see here. You're so welcome. Yes, book a reading. Book a reading. Okay, still learning. I know you're already gone. Yes, thank you. Storm, I have been saying lately, thank you, Spirit, for not giving me what I desired, because I am deserving of more. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Omio yemo, ya, ye, ma, ya. Yes, yes. Omio, omio. I knew this one was okay, y'all. As usual, the oracle yanks me down and keeps me real. So here's the last card. This is the fear card. Fear. This woman embodies fear as it begins in the mind and is held in place by the mind. The mushroom clouds of her painful creation stalk and torture her so that they may be faced and addressed and released. This card poses important questions. What are your fears saying to you? Are they demanding your attention by day and haunting your dreams at night? Name your fears and meet them, lest you hide from them and they surface when least convenient. Your fears are your voice and need to be heard and honored. When you listen to them and act appropriately, only then can they finally be released. So, I told y'all there's a little bit of challenging energy next week. Maybe even Venus meeting with that Saturn. There's a little bit of energy that we're gonna have to be focused on. Okay. So yeah, what are your fears? What are your fears? Face your fears. And that's something that we can do. Let's see here. We still have a couple of days before today's the 20th. So we have a few days before that new moon. Maybe that's something that you want to be working on, releasing fear. I know, right, Keita May? That was a word. Thank you for not giving me what I desire because I'm deserving of more. Mm-mm-mm. Sometimes spirit will be like, access denied, baby, because I got way more for you. I'm gonna need you to open your capacity to receive this. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, thank y'all so much for being here. Things that you can think about is joining the membership. Last week, I put in there a video about Mars being in Libra. After talking about it last week, I was like, ooh, this is kind of important. This is a very serious placement, this Mars in Libra. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember what I said about it, but I did put it all in that video. So now I'm gonna have to rewatch it. But yeah, the one of the reasons Mars is so important is it helps us to we have a focus for 6 weeks. And so that Libra focus right now is, things like relationships. And it's a little bit of this energy about like a fresh new start, but it definitely is like a fresh new start, but getting you going. Mars. Oh, one of the reasons I wanted to do that is I said Mars in Libra is working to help you be more um Libras are kind of known for, oh, I don't know, maybe I do this, but maybe I do that. They're not all the time, able to be decisive right away. So, Mars and Libra can help us to be more decisive. So all in the membership, there's a mini oracle deck that goes with the Virgo class that I created. I created y'all an affirmation deck. And so my membership is only $9.99. Only $9.99 per month, y'all. Something that I just had started doing, but I said, well, I think I'm gonna make this a signature thing that I do is the Sunday. I'm not calling it really sermonette because I might type it out. But the Sunday soul inspiration. So on Sunday, I put that in there so that you have something to guide you throughout the week. When we're in this type of spirituality, we might not be going to church or a temple or whatever. And it's always good to get something to kind of wrap your mind around, get a little bit of inspiration for the week. That kind of thing matters, which is why I put it there on Sunday, because we are kind of programmed in that way. Um, so yeah, the link is in the description box for the Soul Alchemy membership. One last time, I want to show you about this Lip Revolt fundraiser. If you decide you want to support this, is for my nonprofit where I've worked for the last 15 years, Global Education Center. This is a black woman owned business. And yeah, it's lipstick with a purpose, lipstick for the cause. So thank y'all so much for being here. Oh, that is not in the description box, but I will add it in the comments for people who watch the replay if you want to get access to it. But anywho, thank y'all so much for being here. We're gonna take thank you, Azizi. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for saying that. Because I actually pour my heart and soul in everything I do. I don't do anything halfway. I'll say it that way. Yes, Azizi is there. So I'm gonna put this song back on because I just like this song. I really do. I don't know why I like this song. Hey y'all. Oh, maybe I'll do belly dance. Anywho, I want y'all to have a wonderful rest of your Wonderful rest of y'all's week. It's so good to be back, everybody. And yeah, love y'all. Have a wonderful week. Connect soon. Hey, are y'all dancing? Let's go. Let's go. Also, I put belly dance classes in my membership too, the Soul Alchemy membership. Y'all have a good one. All right, y'all. We said we're going to dance through August. Are you dancing? Go ahead. Dance. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.